Hello fellow aviators, VRF Simmer here. Welcome to leg number 32 of the world tour between Truth or Consequences, New Mexico and Alamagordo near the White Sands National Monument. We'll be in the Long EZ aircraft designed by Verde, and interestingly enough, we'll be flying over Spaceport America, where Virgin Galactic currently operates the Spaceship One latest iteration of that aircraft that was also designed by Verde. So we'll check that out along the way. Let's hop in the airplane and get started with our checks. First off, let's look around the outside of the aircraft, make sure everything looks good. Nose wheel's down, the speed brake is retracted, and sun will be coming up soon out here in the New Mexico desert. Let's get the canopy closed. It's one of the first things you want to make sure you do. And also we will select the get the fuel tank selector on the left tank. I was not able to click and select this, so I actually went into, I'll show you all, went to the menus controls here and typed in fuel selector and made a key command for it myself. So you might have to do that if you do purchase this Long EZ. Maybe they'll update to make it easier to click and select, but that's what I had to do to get it to work. So I did download a checklist for the Long EZ. You can actually download the entire pilot operating handbook, which is pretty neat. So I'm going to be using that today. I can't display it on the screen, but I'll read it off as I go through it. So for engine start, with the electric starter, which is installed in this aircraft, mixture to rich, carb heat off, it is, carb heat to cold, and throttle prime. And then crack. We'll get the master switch on, auxiliary fuel pump on, just a little bit of pressure in the lines, and then we'll turn it off and make sure the propeller area is clear. It's actually behind us in this aircraft, which is a little different, but it's clear. And then we'll start up the engine. And we've started. Get the alternator on, get the radios on, nav lights on. There we go, good. I'll get the pitot heat on also. But good start. Pretty much ready to go. Let me go ahead and tune in the automated weather. Let's pull out our chart here. We'll take a look at what that's going to be for us. So for Truth or Consequences, automated weather is 120.675. So let's get that tuned in here. 20.675. Our COM1 radio. I'll switch it over. We'll listen in.
Kilo Tango Charlie Sierra automated weather observation 1400 Zulu. Wind 341 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky condition: few clouds at 700 feet, few clouds at 4,400 feet, few clouds at 12,000 feet. Temperature: tree C dew point 10 C altimeter 3027. Kilo Tango Charlie Sierra automated weather observation 1400 Zulu. Wind 341 at 7. Visibility.
Alright, so there's our 3027 on the altimeter, as we heard there. And the airport elevation here is 4,862 feet, so that's pretty close there. So that looks correct. And we'll be taking off actually on runway 31, so let's pull out our chart again so we can brief our taxi. I did tune in the Comtrack advisory frequency of 122.8 in our radio just now. So we're up here in this north corner of the general aviation ramp. So it's just going to be a left turnout straight ahead, left turn, and we'll have to cross that conglomeration of runway 1 and 29 and 25, and it'll be all the way down to runway 31. And I'll likely back taxi and turn us around so we can use all 7,200 feet. But we're looking for a heading of 314 once we line up on the runway. And 122.8 Comtrack advisory frequency. I got 128.2 standing by for Albuquerque Center. Alright, and I'll also go ahead and brief our route with you really quickly before we get moving. So we're going to be making a left traffic out, and then we'll just basically hold that heading of 126 all the way down to Spaceport America. We'll check it out and then head east over the San Andreas Mountains and into the White Sands National Monument, and then into Alamagordo. So that's our plan. We'll be at 9,500 feet and listening in on Pilot Edge Air Traffic Control Network. Alright, so I think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and make our first call on Common Traffic Advisor. Here you can see Truth or Consequences traffic, Route 10 416 Golf Victor, taxiing from the general aviation ramp to runway 31. Any traffic in the area, please advise. Truth or Consequences. Alright, so the sun should be rising here pretty soon. You can see there's just a little sliver of the moon left. But beautiful morning here in southern New Mexico. And I'll go ahead and announce our Truth or Consequences traffic. Route 10 416 Golf Victor, crossing runway 1, 29er, and 7. Truth or Consequences. Alright, so I don't see any traffic. I did turn our strobe light on while we cross all these dirt and gravel runways. They all pretty much intersect at this one point, so alright, we're all clear of that. Turn our strobe back off. Slow us down just a bit. We'll get down here to the end of the runway, do our run up for takeoff checks, and get underway. This aircraft really likes to move on the ground and in the air, so it'll be a pretty quick flight. Alright, hold us right here. Alright, let's do our before takeoff checklist here. Looks like we're emergency canopy access door is locked. The fuel caps are locked and checked. You can see there on the right wing and on the left wing they are definitely closed and secured. Fuel selector is on the left tank. They're both full, so that's good. Controls, let's check that they are free and correct. Looks good. And the rudder pedals are free and correct too. Trim is set for takeoff. It's right here. And the speed brake lever is at 0. Generator and alternator are on. Lights are as required. Go ahead and get our strobe on. Flight instruments are set. The DG's at agrees with the magnetic compass. Auxiliary fuel pump, we'll go ahead and turn that on, and we turn it off at 1000 AGL, and we do our engine run up now. We need to go to 2400 RPM minimum. So we're not sure we're going to make it to that. And we'll check the carb heat. Yep, that worked. And the mag check. Check the right mag to both, left mag, back to both. Everything's good. And we'll check idle here. All the engine temperature, oil temperature and pressures looks good. And engine idle looks good. So we'll go back to 1000 RPM. And we're ready for takeoff. Here we go. Looks clear to the left, runway looks clear. 3 ones on the sign. Truth or Consequences traffic, route time 416 Golf Victor, departing runway 31. We'll be departing the pattern to the southeast. Any traffic in the area, please advise Truth or Consequences. Alright, 31 is verified on the pavement. And it looks like the wind is pretty much down the runway, just a slight right crosswind. So, alright, here we go. And technique is we're supposed to lift the nose wheel off the runway when we get enough airspeed. So I'll have a little bit of slight aft pressure on the yoke right now. This is a very sensitive aircraft on the control. So there goes the nose. And we're off. Positive rate. We'll get the gear up. This aircraft, see you have a little hand crank down there and you can see the wheel coming up through that little window. And once it's up, we should see the ground below us. And there we go. Gears up. And we'll keep the auxiliary pull pump on to 1,000 feet above the ground, which will be at about 5,900 feet. At that point, I'll make our left turn to exit the traffic pattern to the southeast. The sun's just starting to poke over the San Andreas Mountains. Alright, there's 5,900 feet. The fuel pump is off. And the climb checklist is complete. Climb up to 9,500. Truth or Consequences traffic, Cessna, or correction, route time 416 Golf Victor, departing the pattern to the southeast. Truth or Consequences. Just an absolutely stunning scene here, the sun rising. Let's switch over to Albuquerque Center here.
Kilo Tango Charlie Sierra.
Which will be on 128.2, so I'll get that tuned in. There we go. Let's turn on the panel lights for a bit. And there's the rather large Elephant Butte Reservoir. They're off the left wing. Thousand feet to level off.
Class 271 Sierra Delta, you're going the wrong way.
And the town of Truth or Consequences off the right side. Alright, there's our cruising altitude. 9,500. Now we're pretty much going right into the sun. So this should be interesting. Yeah, I must admit this aircraft is wonderful for VR flying just because of the amazing canopy views you have. And pretty soon I hope to do a VR flight on this stream. I'm waiting for Microsoft to have support for windows inside the cockpit so I can have Navigraph and SkyVector with the HP Reverb G2. But before I show you all my videos, I can tell you that HP Reverb G2 has excellent resolution, absolutely stunning for flight simulation. So can't wait to hopefully incorporate that in later World Tour flights. But for now, I just want to be able to continue to have easy access to the charts on the stream.
Lattice 2710 Delta Springs Tower, fly runway heading runway 17 right, cleared for takeoff, wind 3405.
Alright, there's Spaceport America, just off the nose. You can see the long airstrip there. Over 12,000 feet of pavement. Well, that's where Virgin Galactic is hoping to offer commercial space flights out of. So last I saw, they were planning to have a flight in November of 2020. I'm not sure if they actually completed it or not, but Burt Rutan played a big role in getting the spaceship program going there with Virgin Galactic, with Spaceship One. And he's also the one who designed this long, easy aircraft, so it's fitting that we fly it over Spaceport America. Turn off the panel lights. Looks like we have enough sunlight now. Yeah, so let's check out what the Spaceport America looks like. Looking forward to it here.
Number 2710 Delta next spring departure. Lattice 2710 Delta Springs departure, radar contact. Resume our navigation, maintain appropriate VFR altitudes.
And that's interesting. Almost looks like See if I can get a better view of the terminal building down there. But from what I could see, it almost looks like the Millennium Falcon. I wonder if that's intentional. Look at that right there. Looks like the Millennium Falcon. It's pretty cool. I'm going to turn this a little bit more to the south so I can get a better view out of the left side of the aircraft. Yeah, there's the Spaceport America. First spaceport authorized by the FAA. There it is. Alright, so from here we'll turn east over the San Andreas Mountains and into the White Sands National Monument.
So it's 4809, Phoenix claims clear to the San Diego Lindbergh Airport, Moby for departure, heel up end transition. Then as filed, maintain 8,000, departure frequency 119.2, squawk 4344. Southwest 4809, read back correct.
Alright, so from here the White Sands National Monument will be just a little bit to the south of our course. So it'll take us a little south of the course you see there on the GPS map. I had us going over the Mesa Verde Airport to keep us north of the Holloman Air Force Base airspace.
Let us 3452 Echo, Monterey clearance, clear to the John Wayne Airport. Monterey 5 departure to Shui intersection, direct Salinas, that's Sierra November Sierra. J6, Lando, Lima Alpha November Delta Oscar. Direct Lake Hughes, Lima Hotel Sierra. Victor 459er, Seal Beach, direct. Maintain 7,000. Expect flight level 210, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 121.3, squawk 4172.
So this is unrestricted airspace. Albuquerque Center is controlling. I'll pull that up here on the sectional chart while we're making our way toward the San Andreas Mountains on the SkyVector browser here.
Gladys 52 Echo after Shui, it's Salinas, Sierra November Sierra. Rest of readback was correct.
You see here it's R5111 C and D and A and B. There's also 5107 B. This whole area, there's just a lot of restricted airspace. So if you come over here on the
Number 271 Sierra Delta, I need you to remain this frequency until you get below the Class Charlie airspace and I can cut you loose. So once you start descending, I can cut you loose.
They'll tell you all about it. So 5111, it would be 13,000 to unlimited and up. They let you know about the time of use by NOTAM 12 hours in advance. And B and C is 13,000 and C is 13,000 to unlimited. 5107, that's just unlimited continuous. So probably wouldn't go flying through some of these areas without checking those things in real life. But we're in a sim today, assume we have permission, nothing's going on. So we'll
4809 Phoenix ground, push on to Delta is approved, face west, call me right to the taxi, expect 7 left for departure. 2710 Delta, roger. Exit in the Class Charlie airspace. Remain outside Class Charlie airspace. Radar service is terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. We'll see you.
I'm going to start a slow descent down to 7,500 now. So that'll give us a little bit better view of the White Sands National Monument. Also give us a little bit better view of the San Andreas Mountains down here. And this airspace was, I believe the F-117s, stealth fighters, operated by the United States Air Force, came out here to the Holloman Air Force Base out over the White Sands area. So that's the reason some of this airspace you would not want to go flying through it without triple checking you're okay to be here. We can enjoy some rare access here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Check out some of these cool restricted airspaces. That maybe can get in there, but maybe not. Alright, here we are at 7,500 now.
Flight of 6452 Echo, Monterey ground runway 10 right, taxi via Alpha. And there's White Sands National Monument. Right, so another interesting tidbit, another interesting thing that happened out here at White Sands, the space shuttle actually did land here one time back in the early 80s. So, STS-3. And I'm guessing it's this area over here where it landed, maybe. So it's 4809 Phoenix ground runway 7 left, taxi via Delta, Delta 11 and Echo.
But just an interesting area. This is some of that airspace that I'm not sure we'd be able to fly through on any given day. But I've never tried in real life.
Flight 3452 Echo Monterey Tower, runway 10 right, cleared for takeoff, and the wind's 1008.
And those are the Sierra Blancas out to the east there. I think up here is where the space shuttle is. Let's go check it out.
Selector coming departure.
Yep, there it is. The old runway. It's getting covered up with sand. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, this is just a massive area filled with sand dunes, so very impressive.
5 Selector, climb and maintain flight level 1 enter 0. Yes, 5 Selector, right turn to Salinas and the zoo notification. So the 2009 Phoenix Tower runway 7 left, good for takeoff.
I'm gonna have to go on Google Earth and check to see if all these buildings are really there in real life. It's pretty odd if they are. I almost wonder if the autogen's mistaking sand dunes for buildings, but if there are really that many buildings, that's a... wonder what they're doing out there. Interesting. Alright, so Mesa Verde Airport should be coming up here pretty soon. I'll make a little bit of a left turn, make sure we stay out of the Holloman Air Force Base airspace. See it down there to the right.
So 2009 coming departure.
Alright, let's pull up the...
So 2009 Phoenix departure, radar contact, time to maintain final level 210.
Get our automated weather at Alamagordo, which is 127.825, so I'll tune that in really quickly.
Kilo Alpha Lima Mike automated weather observation 1400 Zulu. Wind 351 at 15. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds at 8 4,800 feet, few clouds at 4,400 feet, few clouds at 12,000 feet. Temperature, minus tree C dew point, 10 C altimeter, tree 0, tree 0. Kilo out.
Alright, 3030 on the altimeter. It'll be right traffic for runway 4. Let me pull up the chart here. So we're going to Alamagordo now. 28 is the common traffic advisory frequency. Airport elevations 4,200, pattern altitude 5,200. And it's right traffic for runway 4, 9,207 feet, left-hand turn off and into the ramp. Should be good to go. Obviously high terrain to the east. And that must be the Mesa Verde airstrip right here off the left wing. It's a cool looking little area. So from here we'll turn to the south and toward the Alamagordo airport. And I'll make a call and you come. Alamagordo White Sands Regional Traffic, Route 10 416 Golf Victor, 5 miles to the north inbound to land runway 4. Any traffic in the area, please advise. White Sands Regional. And there's the Holloman Air Force Base, like so are the F-117s. I believe they used to fly in and out of there quite a bit. The town of Alamagordo, nestled right up next to the mountains. And there's the airport. So 5,200 will be pattern altitude to get on down to that. Beautiful area. White Sands Regional Traffic, Route 10 416 Golf Victor, entering midfield or right downwind runway 4. White Sands Regional. Alright, and I'll deploy the, go ahead and get the landing gear down. Here it goes. See that hand crank? And the gear is down through the window, and I'm going to deploy the speed brake so you can watch it here. We can watch it from the outside as I deploy it. Here we go. And it's out. White Sands Regional traffic, route 10 416 Golf Victor, right base, runway 4. White Sands Regional. White Sands Regional, route 10 416 Golf Victor, final runway 4. White Sands Regional. Don't hear anybody in the pattern, don't see anybody. And we're on a path just a little bit fast. So we have a little bit of a left crosswind. What a beautiful view here as we're coming into land. And this thing is floating. Wow, we're really floating. And we'll take the next left. Looks like it'll be at the end of the runway. Turn the strobes off. White Sands Regional traffic, route 10 416 Golf Victor, clear runway 4. Taxi general aviation parking. White Sands Regional. Well, that was a beautiful early morning flight. And we have all the full desert foliage here. Let me make a quick announcement. Radio. White Sands Regional traffic, route 10 416 Golf Victor, crossing runway 35. White Sands Regional. And there's nobody coming in. 135 there. And I'll turn the strobe back off. White Sands Regional traffic, route 10 416 Golf Victor, clear runway 35, taxiing to the general aviation parking. White Sands Regional. And this is how fast this airplane's moving with the throttle at idle. So you can see this thing just loves to move. Alright, so I'll start slowing us down. We'll park right up here. See quite a few aircraft parked on the ramp. And 1, taxi us down this direction. Toward, a little closer to the terminal. A little closer to a cup of coffee. Should definitely be needed this hour of the morning. Alright, I'm gonna take us down here to park. And here's some good spots over here. I'm gonna take us on the other side of this Bonanza. And we'll just call it quits right here. Alright, so let's pull out our checklist. And for the after landing check, boost pump is off, carpeet's off, landing brake is up. Lights are now all off. Electrical equipment, radios, everything off. Mixture to idle cutoff, and the mags to off. Master switch and alternator off. And we'll open the canopy. And also get the fuel selector to off. There we go. Well, thanks for riding along on leg 32 of the World Tour. Hope you enjoyed it. We're now here in Alamagordo. Next leg, our last leg within the United States, we'll be flying south to El Paso, Texas, which will also be our next state on the World Tour. So hope to see you again on that next leg. Thanks for tuning in. For now, VRF Simmer signing off.